What's going on? It's the Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today we'll visit XN and we'll probably cover a little bit of Swift as well. Obviously the two highly correlated coins. Now this is the crypto bubbles on the daily, okay? So let's just refresh that as well. Let's get a bigger picture. So XN is the biggest loser today, down 6.9%. HBAR is the biggest gainer in the watch list, up 3.2%. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into it. So we do have the Watcher Guru over here. So I do get predominantly a lot of my news over on X now because we are living in the modern era. We no longer have to rely on newspapers. So we got Donald Trump here. President Trump says if he wants Fed Chairman Jerome Powell out, he'll be out of there real fast. That's quote unquote Donald Trump. So why he'd randomly come out with that, I'm not quite sure. But you know what? Trump's going to get his own way eventually. Interest rates will be cut and crypto is going to boom. We do have also Watcher also reporting that China halts all liquefied natural gas purchases from the United States. So they're still in some sort of trade war. Okay, eventually this is all going to be resolved now. We've got tariffs on pause for the next sort of 90 days. With the majority of countries. So this is where we are now. We are looking at some gains. Okay, so let's just have a look through anyway. Where have we got now? XCN on the 4-hour time frame now. Yesterday, I just want to thank everyone that has taken the time to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channels. Yesterday's video did absolutely amazing. We did 83 subscribers, so thank you very much. Obviously, you guys found this particular video very, very helpful. So yeah, views are up 54%. Okay, so that's absolutely phenomenal. Now, what we was looking at yesterday was the basic Elliott wave theory, where we are looking at some exquisite gains. So I was looking at the 1, the 2, and then this at the moment what's printing is going to be the third wave. But obviously we're going to get some smaller patterns inside of wave 3. Okay, so this is predominantly what we're looking at now. But I've just updated my Discord members as well. Obviously it is bank holiday weekend, so historically, markets do dry up a little bit because obviously the market makers, as much as they are automated, they do go away. And, people aren't technically trading as much on a weekends. They want to enjoy family time, etc. They make plans. They have got a life outside of trading. So, yeah, ultimately Monday to Friday is where majority of the volume is at. Now, I'm just playing devil's advocate because we have been looking at sort of bull pennants, a breakout. Initially, we could have been looking at something like this. And this could still be the case, got my attention on this sort of red sort of doji candle here before we did make that sort of further continuation to the upside now. So right now, potentially, XN could potentially be coming down to this sort of apex here. Yeah, we're probably looking at a retest certainly around here. So if we was to measure down in terms of price action, it's not far to go. So we'll be looking at an extra 4 or 5% correction before we bounce out of that apex. Now, if that is not the correct chart analysis, potentially it is up for debate that we could be still in a bull flag. So something along these lines here. So if I actually bring this up here, this is more like a bull flag. And now if this is the case, guys, there is a risk that XN could roll over approximately about 10%. Okay, which is likely because what tends to happen is with TA, when you do have this sort of consolidation where you're sort of grinding, there's two ways to look at it. Yeah, you could see as this grinding up against sort of resistance where you can't get any penetration. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're all looking for here with the price action penetration. If we can't get the penetration, then the longer we grind up against resistance, the more likely it is for the cryptocurrency to actually go into the opposite direction. So we would be looking at a slight correction around 10, 11, 12%, I would say, down to that bottom trend line. So we'll be looking at that to hold over this weekend if that is what happens. Yeah. So there's that. Now, the other perspective you can take on this smaller time frame is, this was a falling wedge. And you could say, guys, we've actually broken out here. So if we just take that 4-hour close, we've broken out successfully. We're just looking for a retest now and tap on top of this trend line. As soon as we get a tap on this sort of blue line here, it's off to the cheddar factory, yeah? We're looking for that impulse to the upside. But never in doubt, guys, even if we do experience a sort of anywhere between 10-15% downside, I've got no plans to sell. I've got no plans to sell because we're looking at the bigger picture, guys. So don't get spooked out this weekend if we see a little bit of a minor correction, like I say, 10-15%, because ultimately we're still looking at this huge sort of pattern playing out, yeah. And ultimately, that third wave, if you guys have not seen this particular video, where was it now? That's the Crypto Discord, guys. We're literally 2 members away, guys, from giving away the $100. Okay. So if you guys want to join in there and attempt to win the $100, you can do. Obviously, we've got all the crypto AI metrics, and we're all in there anyway, guys. So, we're in there. I'm just posting a little bit of TA for these guys for targets for a different sort of crypto as well. One of the members has asked for technical analysis on one particular chart. We've take profit targets. So, yeah, we've got Crypto Discord. So, it'd be great to get another 2 members in there, and then we can draw the prize ultimately. But what we're looking at here is this wave 3, and we had wave 3 coming out around sort of 30 cents. So the 30 cents going to come in there at top of wave 3. So this is all we're waiting for now, guys. Nothing has changed in the sort of macro analysis. Okay, we could come deeper. Like we're saying, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to show you, so stick with me. Worst case scenario is what I'm going to show you guys, yeah? Because we know from this sort of previous wave 1, we know from bottom to top that it did correct to the 618. Now, if we actually apply this logic to this smaller chart pattern here, I'm telling you what, I'm just going to delete it because I can pull it over a lot easier that way. So if we get from bottom to top there, drag to the top, there is the 618 level down there. So this is a new sort of Elliott wave. So this is a sort of smaller Elliott wave inside the macro, yeah, if that makes sense. So I would have my buy orders around this sort of price level. So this figure here, I'll zoom in for you guys, 618. I'd have my buy orders just above there, just in case we do drop. That is a very worst case scenario, but you know what? I don't believe we're going to get down to that sort of price target this weekend. If it is, it's going to be a much prolonged sort of duration that we're in this. So something along these lines. So if I was to create another sort of bull flag here, could ultimately be something like this. So I'm just looking at catching that wick there. And then what would happen is we'd play out there. So we'd be looking at sort of bottoming out around, you know what, it's going to come a lot sooner. This is only 4-hour time frame, guys. So you know what, we could bottom out in this sort of move. Sorry, I got a bit of a runny nose being in gym, and you know what it's like. You go in the sauna, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a chlorine when you go in hydropil or what, but one, it gives you an headache, and 2, the chlorine just absolutely melts through all your nasal passageways, so it's not great. Anyway, back to the charts now. So yeah, 618 is here around this figure. So I don't know if you guys want to place just to sort of protect yourself. If you've got any dry powder, I'd certainly be placing it around the 618. Okay, get your buy orders there. So what potentially could be happening here is, if we just draw this out again with a 5-wave count, so you could be coming all the way down here, and then you get the 3, yeah, then you get the 4, and then eventually you get up to the sort of 30 cent, which is what we're looking at now. So let's just draw this out again, just for illustration purposes. So I'd imagine this wave 3 is going to go a lot higher. We're going to get the correction, and then we're going to top out around 30 cent, and that will basically complete the smaller Elliott wave inside of the macro. So again, just to highlight, just to summarize, we've got the 1, we've got the 2, and this is the third impulse now. So this third impulse up at 30 cent, we sell, or at least partial sell. Depends if you're staking as well. If you want to play for the long term, get a pullback, and then we'll go on to the 4th and 5th wave there later on in the year. Again, this is just for illustration purposes, guys. So I'm just plotting this wherever. So this is where we are now, guys. So I hope that helps, and I hope that clears things up. But I just want to make sure that you guys aren't going to get flooded out by any sort of dramatic sort of downturns. Let's just measure it down. In fact, I should have done that really before I actually deleted the TA. Let's have a look, because I want the fib levels back up. Come up, come up, come up, come up. Don't go back further enough. Let's have a look. Let's just have a play around with this. There we go. Sweet. That's exactly what we wanted. So, again, we're just looking at placing orders at the 0.014 level, I would suggest. So, what I wanted to do before I deleted the TA is just measure down. So, looking maximum 24%, yeah, and that could still be in play because even though we're going down in price action, we're still inside bullish structure because we're still in this sort of bull flag here, yeah, even though it's descending price action. But as soon as we get an explosion to the upside, then we will be looking at targeting that sort of, the top of the macro wave 3 at 30 cent, guys. Anyway, guys, until next time, make sure to like, share, comment, do what you got to do. As always, I've been a Blobble. Until next time, the Blobble is over and out.